Hey everybody, welcome to Vegans Talking Shit. I'm Joey.
I'm John.
I'm Vanessa.
And today we're going to discuss vegan terminology, the lingo that vegans speak, including some new terms I didn't know existed, but I think are pretty cool. But before we start that, I want to get into what I'm wearing. This was gifted to me by John and Vanessa. Thank you guys very much. It's one of the few times you'll see me wearing a color other than black or anything that's grayscale. Vanessa, would you like to talk about what this jersey represents?
So this team from Brazil, from Tibau do Sul, is called Laguna. Is the first Brazilian soccer team vegan. Yeah, entire vegan. So I try search very deep to see if every single athlete out of the out of the club eat regular food. I couldn't find much about it, but they really do a kind of teaching to all the athletes that join the club about how important is go vegan, not just for the animals but for the environment, everything about it. So they always are putting this view of being good, not only as athlete but good for the world. And they are considered the first Brazilian vegan soccer team.
That's awesome.
And I bought few shirts from them. I wish they have a extra small, because the small is pretty big for me. But you have one, John have one. Actually, John is wearing the team shirt from my city, my favorite.
Tell us about the shirt that I have on, Vanessa.
Paulista.
Because it's a different jersey than Joey's.
Yeah, they are not vegan, unfortunately. I wish they were. I would be even more proud of them. But Paulista, no. Paulista is just a team from a city called Jundiaí, my city. And they were big at some point. They won the 2015 Brazilian Cup in the first division. But after that, nothing else. They are right now, I don't know, even second, third division. I don't know.
I think they're third or fourth.
I don't know where they are now.
For our listeners and viewers out there, these are soccer jerseys, obviously. I don't know if we mentioned that, but soccer is not huge in the United States.
It's getting bigger.
In the rest of the world, it is the number one sport.
And Brazil, we were the number one. We have 5 cups, World Cups.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, yeah, we have 5 World Cups. We are the biggest.
What about women? What about women's soccer?
Oh, that is better.
USA.
No, I think Brazil is still the first one, Joy.
I'm gonna look that up. I'm not sure.
I think the United States has more World Cups for women's soccer than any other team. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the only good.
Brazil's very good on the women's side too, but
are they the ones who have Marta? Is Marta?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm confusing because Marta is so good and she won so many times as the best of the world, and I'm kind of like compare with the team, but I really don't know.
Yeah, the U.S. has the most. They have 4 titles. Let me see.
That's cool.
Yeah, the United States women's soccer is way better than the men's soccer. My nephew Santino would give me a hard time about saying that, but it's true, Santino. Well, he's not listening; he's too young.
Well, what's interesting is the U.S. women's sports dominates around the world.
Oh my God, WNBA,
the NBA, hockey. It's just U.S. and Canada, and everyone is horrible compared to that.
Yeah.
Not horrible, but they're it's not like women just dominate in the U.S. I think than other, and I think that actually this is a kind of a discriminatory thing. I think women in general in the United States are given a lot more opportunity as far as sports is concerned.
Oh, for sure.
And even in some other stuff, right? But for sure, sports. Like in other countries, like a lot of them they don't do sports at all.
Right.
So I think that's part of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So once we were talking about these jerseys and vegan team soccer team in Brazil, also this week that just passed, were the COP 30. Have you heard about that, guys?
The what?
It's COP, COP 30.
I think it's
So
it was like an environmental
yeah.
meeting in Brazil, right?
Okay.
Actually, in your jersey, Joy, there is like a sea shepherd in the back. There is like a sea shepherd tag about it, Brazil, and the what his name? Oh my God, I forgot the name now. The guy was in jail in Sweden. That was going to
Oh,
be
Edward
deported.
Snowden.
No,
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 no.
no. He's a Sea
It's Paul,
Shepherd
Paul
guy.
Watson. Paul
Oh,
Watson.
I'm way off.
Paul Watson. No, he's a big activist to
Okay.
stop the whaling in Japan and all over the world. But Japan was trying, like, really to bring him in and put him in jail forever.
Yeah.
And Sweden put him in jail for months, and they released. And he was in Brazil also. But why I started talking about this? Because everybody was there. Many, Prince William was there. Uh, Macron was there, all to support the Amazonia forest,
Yeah.
about the deforestation. And the main thing is the agriculture, raise cows. That's why they put that forest down all the time. And was very controversial because the main day that the Prince William make the event, the entire oh my God, the entire meal was vegan that day. But the rest of the days, everybody was eating meat. It's such a ridiculous thing for me.
Yeah.
If you are really discussing future of the Amazonia, and you really don't put this as priority. And also, one of the chefs that William tried hide to do the meal, he refused to do a vegan meal. He became very famous last week because of that, because
So
he
he's like
refused.
anti-vegan.
Total anti-vegan. So that is ridiculous. But they hired a vegan chef that use organic, sustainable food and blah blah blah. And in the end, it was good. But only one day. The rest of the day, everybody was eating meat.
Yeah. No, that's disappointing, but at least it's something.
It's one day
Yeah,
at least.
Yeah. Like Meatless Monday.
it is. It's just, it's very, for me, it's kind of, I watched that kind of like
Yeah.
disgusted about it. Like, oh my God, serious? This guy is like fighting for keep the forest standing, try get money from this country to invest in some kind of better ways to keep the forest standing, and they are eating meat. Great, super great.
By the way, just to bring us back to soccer, Brazil has never won on the women's side a World Cup. I was surprised to read that.
Really?
They've never won, yeah.
Wow, even with
Germany was
Marta.
number two. Even with Marta, they've only been to one final. Let me pull up the list again. They've been to one final. US is the most, four. Germany's won
Wow,
twice. They've only had the Women's World Cup since 1991. So there's only been 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's only been 9 of them. And the
that's
US has
crazy.
won 4.
Almost
Um,
half.
they've been in 5 of them. They've gone 4-1.
I remember when they lost against, I believe it was Japan. That was a
Yep.
bummer.
They lost to Japan. I'm looking at it right now. This, I don't know if this has to do with, I just had a thought, like we were talking about Meatless Monday, and you were saying how, they only did one meal. What's crazy is if the world really did, if they did like, if everyone on Monday didn't eat meat, right? Or if just one meal a week had no animal products, that would be such a big change in the whole
Yeah.
global thing. It would probably make some of these companies go bankrupt. Like if everyone in the world just did one meal
One
with
day,
no
one
animal
meal, I don't
products,
think it's going
one
to
meal,
change.
maybe, or just one whole day, right? Like whatever it is, like these little things could make a big difference if everyone is doing it, right?
Can you imagine
Right.
just one day where not only do they not eat meat, but they don't buy meat? So the dent
Yeah.
that it would make would be huge. But unfortunately, there are just some cultures who are anti-vegan, where it's like they'll no matter what, they don't care. They don't care about animals. They don't care about health. It's almost like they're antagonistic toward the idea of not eating animals. It's ingrained in their culture. And like you once said, John, taking away their meat is like taking away their guns. And they're just going to eat meat despite the whole.
You almost have to trick them. Like I've tricked my dad before, because he loves vegetables, he loves rice, he loves basically every food.
Yeah.
So almost like, okay, for like Mondays, we're gonna trick him, you know.
Did it work?
Well, I mean, when we took him to Fanta, he
until
loved
he
it.
discovered.
Yeah, until he discovered. But like, if he never discovered, he wouldn't know. He'd have no clue.
Yeah.
I just think these little, like, it's so hard for people to go all or nothing. That's why people don't last at whatever they're gonna quit. For me, I can do it, but I'm a freaking weirdo, you know. But most people can't do it that way. They can't, whether they're quitting smoking, drinking, meat, eggs, milk, whatever. Yeah, these little things. If we could put, I think that's why PETA does. I think it's PETA, right? That does Meatless Monday. I'm sure they had. Maybe it was them, but they do these little
No, I
things,
think
right?
it's meatless Monday, something independent. I
Or
think the project is meat. Yeah, I don't know.
Vegan
for sure.
January, is that what it's called? Veganuary or whatever.
Veganuary.
Yeah, it probably people became vegan because of it, or even if they didn't, at least there were less animals being killed in January, right? Or there's less animals being killed on Mondays because of it.
The
Yeah.
problem is the people that don't like them, they go there and buy twice as more.
Yeah.
And probably the supermarket would start to make promotions, sales on Monday. That's a problem.
I want to check
I
how
don't
many
know.
vegan restaurants are in Provo, Utah, and Mudlick, Tennessee.
I'm curious though. I wonder actually if any grocery
know.
stores have jumped on the Meatless Monday thing and they've said, they've done promotions kind of promoting that, like Meatless Monday, and they've sold soy or whatever
I can see
different
Whole
alternative
Foods doing that,
for sure.
or Sprouts.
I could see any of them doing that if it's going to make them money, right? It's all
Yeah.
about money at the end of the day for these companies. So,
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
So
let's decide our subject.
what's our subject? We're talking about vegan stuff, at least.
yeah, that's true. Actually, I will change the subject just because I want to talk about this. My dog. One thing that has been problematic about doing this on video, me at my house and you guys at your house, is that my dog, whose snoring is about as loud as the average lawnmower, you can hear it. And since I can't put her in the other room, because if I put her in a different room, especially if I shut the door, forget about it. She's gonna start barking. She doesn't like to be away from me. The one exception is that under my work desk, I used to work from home. I have a work desk, and underneath that work desk, she loves when I put her bed under the work desk, she goes right to sleep. She snores, but at least it's away from me. So I don't know if you can hear it now. She's snoring pretty loudly. Can you guys hear her snoring?
No.
No.
Hold on. Everyone be quiet.
She just snored. You don't hear it?
No,
No.
it's just a little static I can hear.
Okay. Yeah, and it's something I noticed about a month ago. We were recording an episode, and I found that if I put her there, she actually stays there, because typically she won't stay. She always wants to come by me. And so with the episode I did with Vanessa, John, the one that we cleverly titled "Where's John?" because you weren't in that episode.
Did you really?
You did not hear it or watch it?
He did it. And
What
few
a
days ago,
fan.
he asked me what we talk about it. I say, go watch it.
You didn't watch that episode?
Of course I did. I'm just kidding.
And don't tell him what we talked about, because he has to go there and discover.
I
Yeah.
listened.
Yeah, we talked about man boobs, bald spots, and chicken nuggets.
You talked about aliens.
No,
Yes, you
we
did.
didn't. We didn't talk about aliens.
We talked about a
You
lot,
see?
actually.
Let him discover joy. Let's
Yeah.
not telling him. Okay. Wow, it's
Well,
raining. Oh my God, such a
raining?
beautiful,
Oh, so
beautiful.
cute.
What's the name,
Oh.
John?
Rainbow?
Rainbow. Oh my God, so cute.
Why don't you show our viewers? You can't just look at it and then not show them.
I don't think you'll be able to see it.
Let's see. Oh,
You
it's
know.
pretty sunny. I think we could. Let's see.
I can't see a rainbow.
I can kind of see the outline.
Can see it?
I can see like rainy, dark skies.
I see the outline, kind of. I think.
Maybe.
Really cute, Vanessa.
It is super cute. Have to
It
tell you
is.
guys, it's beautiful.
Fear is a funny word.
So, okay, now I sit again.
Okay, so today's topic is vegan terms, vegan terminology. There are some terms in the vegan community that we talk about very frequently, and to us, it's like these are common terms. And I just think it's fun to educate people on terms they may not know. And when I did some digging, there were terms that I didn't know that I think are pretty funny. But we'll start. I want to start easy, and then we'll move on to the more difficult ones.
Okay.
But obviously, plant-based. Plant-based is just another way of saying vegan, obviously, but tied almost directly to food. Vegan-friendly, veganize, veg-curious, plant milk. I'm not a fan of the term plant milk. It somehow sounds disgusting.
It does. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Plant
does.
milk?
Yeah, I don't like the word the term plant milk. There's something about it that's like, ew. Are you okay with it?
Because you don't like probably veggies in general, Joy.
Maybe.
No. I think because it sounds like milk and like plants together and dirt and
Kind like
that's what I.
like a grass milkshake. You know?
Yes, that's
It's
what
not
I
the
think
same
of.
thing as plant-based milk.
That
Well,
sounds different for some reason.
Yeah, I don't say that. I just get specific. I say almond milk or oat milk. Or,
I do too. Yeah.
Yeah, like even if I go, to Starbucks or some other coffee place, I don't ask, do you have plant milk? I'm like, do you have oat milk? Do you have almond milk?
Would you be worse if you say, do you have nut milk?
I will never be a fan of nut milk, at least as far as me saying, like, excuse me, sir, do you have some nut milk?
Nut
That's just not going to happen. But I do think it's funny. I think that there are few things in the vegan community funnier than the term nut milk. That's just
milk? That's
I
weird.
can't tell you, by the way, that is maybe my biggest pet peeve right now.
yeah.
When people do not have alternative milk, I look at them with such disdain.
Yeah.
I can't believe when they don't have at least something, when they don't have almond or oat. It's absolutely ridiculous because there's so many people who are not vegan that drink those alternative milks now.
Yeah,
My mom
lactose
does all the
intolerant,
time.
allergies, sure.
It's ridiculous. I'm like,
And
really?
I
I question them. I literally question them like 2 or 3 times. I'm like, are you sure?
Yeah.
Really? Like,
well, since it's tough to have a vegan dessert. Like if you go to a restaurant that may be vegan friendly but not vegan, you might be able to have an Impossible Burger or whatever. But when it comes to dessert, you're kind of screwed. So I tend to have coffee as dessert. So if I find out that I can't even have that because they don't have almond milk or oat milk, it's like, damn it.
Me too, because I don't drink black coffee.
Wait a minute. Because coffee as a dessert alternative.
Yeah.
It's such a joke.
Well, I mean, I just need something sweet, and I have my coffee. It's lots of cream, lots of sugar, like the wolf in Pulp Fiction.
Maybe that's
lots of cream, lots of sugar.
Yeah. I just connected coffee, and I was like, coffee's bitter. What the Joyce talking about?
Oh, no. Mine is like chocolate milk, practically. I get mine very, very sweet. Some would say too sweet, but that's what I do. And if you look at the statistics, I will say plant milk just to, no, I'll say alternative milk. I like that one, John. Alternative milk is a huge seller. Like, I don't know how many non-vegans I know who order their Starbucks drink with either almond milk or oat milk. Like, it's not necessarily just a vegan thing. It sells really well.
People like so many people like the taste of almond milk too.
Right.
So many people. And people like oat milk because it kind of reminds them of 2%.
Right.
It's kind of got that thickness.
I agree.
Yeah, it's insanity to me. I mean, I get it if I'm in Brazil. Sorry, Vanessa. Or, some places in Europe or whatever, maybe middle of nowhere in the US. But it happens more often than not, like sometimes in South Florida or Chicago
Should
or
not
whatever. I'm
be
like,
like
really?
that in Brazil.
No. It shouldn't be like that anywhere.
Yeah.
No. Well, but Brazil, we produce a lot of nuts and plants. We export so much.
Yeah.
It's a land that everything you put there grows.
So getting back to the topic, I'm shocking that I'm the one putting us back in topic. Actually, I guess we were still kind of on topic, but I think that some vegan ingredients or vegan food items that I didn't know existed prior to going vegan. I think a lot of non-vegans are like, what the hell is that? Like, we often talk about seitan. Sometimes you'll pronounce it Satan. But seitan, a lot of the fake meats, the vegan meats are made with seitan, especially chicken. You can make fried chicken with seitan. And it's really yummy. I mean, I've had it. It no longer exists, at least as far as I know. But the Crazy Vegan made a fantastic chicken sandwich out of seitan. But it's basically wheat gluten. So you can't have seitan if you want to live a gluten-free lifestyle, because it is literally gluten. But a lot of the fake meats that I love, they're made out of seitan. So. Oh, go ahead,
Tempeh also, people do not know what it is. All the time people ask me what is tempeh. And the tempeh
I don't even know what tempeh is. Like, I've heard it, I've eaten it, but I don't know what it is. Like, I know seitan is wheat gluten, but what is tempeh?
It's a bean.
It is the soybean,
Okay.
fermented. It's the same bean you make tofu, but you ferment it. In some ways, it's even easier. Tofu is already easy we digest, and the tempeh is even easier. It normally has more protein than tofu too, but it's the entire bean fermented.
This is I guess still on topic, kind of off topic. I don't know. But if I was to start a vegan restaurant, vegan food line, I would not use these words in the food. I would not use tofu. I would not use Satan. I would not use tempeh. Satan. I wouldn't use the actual food. I would use plant-based chicken. I wouldn't even use plant. I would do something with chicken where they know it's not actually chicken, or something with steak, because those ones sell so much better. Because people
They do that.
here, I know they do it, but the ones that don't, but the ones that say Satan, or they say tempeh, no one. I mean, Joey is a vegan. He doesn't even know what tempeh is, right? I've heard like, I have tofu all the time with my buddies when I go eat for lunch with them, and only a couple of them have actually had tofu before.
Yeah.
Like, it grosses them out to even hear it, or to look at it, or like think about it. It's a joke. But if you could call it something else, tofu
Actually,
would be a little hard. But, yeah.
You, our unhealthy vegan friend.
Yes.
I'm
Junk
joking.
food
You
vegan.
got better. You got better. So there is a tempeh now that's pretty good. They make like a tempeh bacon. Have you seen this one?
I love it.
I didn't like it. I prefer the mushroom bacon.
You really don't like it? It's
you like
who is that? Oh, I love it.
That one is so good, Joy, because it's so healthy. And also,
that's not going to sell me on it.
It tastes good.
It's good for you.
Vanessa makes a tempeh tomato and mayonnaise sandwich. So it's like bacon, lettuce, tomato, right? Like, without the lettuce, I guess. We put onion on it. It's really good.
They have a meatless turkey sub at Publix. It's their vegan pub sub.
Can't be good.
Well, it's made with what is it? Ms. Goldfarb's deli slices. It's made with chow cheese from Field Roast, and what is it? Lifestyles vegan bacon. Is it Life something?
Oh, is this one, Joy, I'm talking about?
That's the tempeh one.
Let's see.
She's going to get it. I can't believe you eat sandwiches like pre-made from the grocery store. They're nasty.
Well, no, it's not pre-made. If you go to Publix,
Yes,
they make
Joy.
it for you. It's like going to.
Oh, they
Subway.
make it right there. Oh, they
yeah.
make a fresh one. Oh,
Is
that's
this
good.
one, Joy?
I think that is it.
Like,
Maybe not.
like
I don't know.
yeah. If it's
But
this
it is.
one,
It's
it's a
definitely
good
the
one.
brand is definitely nice.
They're like this. You see?
Okay, then
They're
I
like
have
this.
had it.
Show it more. I think we should. I just figured out what we should do.
Okay.
What?
Wow, I just figured out a new topic. We should
Okay.
be showing some of these products that we eat on camera. We'd never do that.
Vegan products. Okay. Well, now
Well,
that
just
we
like what she like, Vanessa, bring it back. Bring it back.
No.
Show our listeners. Show our
No.
viewers.
I already
Really?
showed.
well for
They
our
might have missed it. All right. Well, you guys are gonna have to rewind.
well
It's
for our
called Life.
listeners who don't have video, she just brought out Life. Oh, I forgot the name of it already. Was it Lifeline, Life Size, Lifestyle?
Life.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
She's
yes,
going to
yes.
get it.
I think it is Light Life.
It's
Life vegan tempeh vegan bacon. Tempeh bacon. Yeah. Tempeh.
Just stop talking. Just let
There. Light Life tempeh plant-based superfood.
Look, 12 grams of protein per serving and 4 grams of fiber. And the serving is just 2 slices. No, 4 strips. Come
Yeah.
like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And Joey, you know what fiber is good for?
Pooping.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus
They set
Christ.
him up for that
guys.
one, Vanessa.
Well, I'm getting my colonoscopy in a couple of weeks, so I'm kind of, I'm trying not to
Mimi's
think
out
about
there. Sorry, Mimi. John, you lost Mimi.
I locked my cat somewhere.
Yeah, she was
Sorry.
crying out
She
there.
was on the
So another
poor
vegan,
Mimi was on the deck for like an hour.
Yeah, that's
even with the
pretty bad.
rain.
It's
Well,
not really
that
raining.
doesn't rain the deck, but also she has a house there. She has like a tower.
For a little
Catherine.
condo.
Yeah, she has.
Okay, another term that's actually pretty new to me. I only heard about this like a year ago. Aquafaba.
Oh, aquafaba, yes, I know what it is, but I didn't know before go vegan. I didn't know.
Right. That's the brine that's in a can of chickpeas. It's often used as a substitute for egg whites. It's very big for vegan baking. Aquafaba, applesauce. Where did John go? I talked about poop, and next thing you know, he's out.
He went to open the door for Mimi because now Mimi doesn't see Bob. And if she doesn't see Bob, she gets desperate. She never stopped crying. She was crying in the back. So now he opened the door. She come inside. She saw Bob, and she gets happy, and the life goes on.
Mimi and Bob love each other.
No, Mimi loves Bob. Bob don't really love so much her like that.
Yeah. Okay. Playing
Unfortunately.
hard to get.
Yeah.
So I want to get
I'm
into.
back.
Hi, John.
Hi.
I want to get into some of the terms that are, I'll say, negative because I think they're actually pretty funny.
Okay.
Apologist. Vegan apologist, I think everyone here knows what that is. That's basically a vegan who condones non-vegan behavior. I think there are a lot of those in the vegan community. I think I can be at times, but I think the more accurate term for me would be one that I just learned while doing this research, and that's cupcake vegan. Let me read to you the definition of cupcake vegan.
Okay.
Derogatory term used by vegans to describe other vegans who condemn what many activists deem to be effective activism in favor of using love-based activism via means of baking cupcakes and so on. I don't bake cupcakes. I barely even cook. But I think that does fairly accurately describe me.
You are a vegan cupcake. That's interesting, Joy.
Well, cupcake vegan. According to this, it's
Cupcake
cupcake vegan. I am a cupcake vegan. but it is a very negative thing. It's the way it's described here. It's like I'm a bad vegan because I'm a cupcake vegan. So, but there's another one that I thought is pretty funny. Grass hole. I think a lot of meat eaters would describe vegans as grass holes.
I've never heard that term in my life.
I don't know how accurate it is. I found various terms on various websites. I do know that apologist exists. If cupcake vegan doesn't actually exist, I'm taking it anyway because I think it's really funny.
I think apologist vegan, I think we all are to some extent, right?
I'm not Vanessa.
Oh yeah, she is. It can comparatively. Like Gary Yourofsky, because Gary Yourofsky would say, like, we all are, right? If we're gonna sit down at dinner with anyone eating meat at all, anyone eating animal products, we're vegan apologists, right? According to him and according to like the big time activists, right? But there's certain levels. Like you got Gary,
yes,
you got Vanessa, you got me, and then you got Joey off screen. Because Joey, right? There's just different levels.
Well, I do
You
think
and Joey, honestly, is pretty close.
I think that apologist, it's very easy to not be an apologist if you, like, let's say, don't speak to your family. If you're someone who's kind of, you've what's the word? Estranged. If you've estranged yourself from your family to where you don't speak to them anymore, it's very easy to not be an apologist because you don't have a reason to be. But if I want to have Thanksgiving dinner with my family, that's something I kind of have to just suck it up. I mean, it doesn't bother me the same way it bothers you guys, especially since I tend to sit with I sit with the kids. I sit at the kiddie table since I'm fun Uncle Joey.
We do the same.
You sit at the kiddie table?
Yeah.
Last year we sit. No, 2 years ago we sit with the kids. We don't join anymore.
We don't go. We've said this I think a few times. What's interesting is Vanessa reminded me of it again because we were talking about going to Los Angeles just kind of briefly, and one of my aunts is going there to visit her kids, my cousin. And she's like, "Oh, I'm going to be there for Thanksgiving." And I said, Vanessa, I'm like, "Oh, that could be a good time to go. Like, whatever, we'll just spend a day." And she's like, "Yeah, John, but it's Thanksgiving." I'm like, "Oh, yeah, we're not going to do that." Like, I don't want to sit down unless I have to, unless I'm in Chicago at the time and I have to, and my mom's having a lot of people over or something where it's like absolutely, it would look really like I'm not going to get in a fight over it, but I'm not going to go. And I think they know it too at this point. It's just like
I don't know how much we should continue talking about this because next week we're going to have an episode specifically dealing with this.
Oh, that's true.
Okay,
for Thanksgiving week.
Can we just go fast forward?
Okay, apologetic vegan is the same apology vegan, or is it a different word? It's the same thing.
Well, an apologist is a person. Apologetic is a behavior. So it's
similar.
Okay, would it be apologetic vegan or apologist?
Yeah, an apologetic vegan tends to be an apologist.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I remind you guys next episode.
Yeah. Oh, there's another term that I didn't know existed until a conversation we had with Brad, our good friend Brad, who is a co-host, I guess you could say, a guest co-host, whatever, for us for I think 7 episodes. He fell
asleep in one.
He fell asleep in one because of my inability to to just stay quiet. Yeah, he brought up the term intersectionalism, and I had to ask him what the hell that means. But I happen to have seen that term while doing my research for this topic, and here's the definition I found. In the context of the vegan movement, this term is used to describe a vegan who believes that commonly used vegan language or activism is exclusionary to people from what they consider to be oppressed groups, generally very politically left-wing. So I think that that's kind of a very convoluted definition. I think Brad's definition was much easier, but I think it's basically saying that the vegan movement tends to attract left-wing people who have similar beliefs. I mean, you and I, we know that that's not necessarily true. There are plenty of vegans in our group who have different feelings about different political topics. But I think that there is that belief that, you know, all vegans have the same beliefs about politics, and whether it be oppression or that's intersectionalism.
I'm of the belief that it leans more left for sure.
Oh, for sure. I agree.
Lean more right.
Yeah. I mean, I would say that 80% are Democrat or left leaning, but we do know several either right leaning independents or right leaning conservatives, maybe even like right leaning Trump, like MAGA types. Like that's kind of, I see that as extreme because I mean, all Donald Trump eats is McDonald's, but there are those who.
How do you know that? I've never heard that before.
Oh, it's a thing with him. He eats McDonald's. Like there are images of him on Air Force One eating McDonald's Big Mac. Yeah.
Well, he's doing what Bill Clinton did, right? Bill Clinton
did it too. Yeah. But then Bill Clinton, not only did he start jogging, he eventually went vegan.
Now, is that true, or is he just kind of vegan, or he's vegan?
No, I think it's true. I saw.
Hey Siri. Is Bill Clinton vegan? Oh, I hate when she responds in text. Bill Clinton follows a predominantly vegan diet. He has, however, incorporated certain animal products back into his meals on occasions, such as fish. Okay, so he isn't totally vegan. I was never a Bill Clinton fan anyway. I think he's kind of a womanizing, horrible person, but whatever. Is that even political? That's kind of political. But considering the t-shirt I was wearing in the last episode, whatever.
John actually knows some guy that's a politician that
I do? Or you do?
John, the guy that played hockey with you, that we met in the.
He was running to be the Vegas commissioner, like the city commissioner.
Oh wow!
Which is a big deal. Yeah.
He's been Republican, no?
He's Republican.
But he's vegan. He's hardcore vegan.
He's hardcore vegan. He's not so hardcore. I mean, maybe he is a politician, so I guess his views, he's vocal with his views, but with us, he wasn't. I mean, he just wanted to talk about vegan stuff.
Yeah. That's one of the things I learned joining the group, that there are definitely vegan Republicans. I actually remember watching a video. Now, this was obviously way before the horrible and tragic assassination of Charlie Kirk, but I remember at some kind of an event where Charlie Kirk was debating people, a Republican wanted to debate him about veganism. So it was this Republican guy debating Charlie Kirk about veganism. And of course, Charlie Kirk wouldn't have it, and he ended up just kind of making fun of the kid. But this was a Republican kid trying to say, from a Republican point of view, why he should consider going vegan.
What is the Republican point of view? Do you remember?
I don't remember. But I mean, you can find it on YouTube. If you want to search Charlie Kirk, vegan, Republican, whatever.
No, I've seen clips of that. I didn't realize it was a Republican person asking him. I figured it was, because usually, on those Charlie Kirk clips, it was, he invited the opposition to debate him. So it was usually left-leaning people. So I didn't realize.
No, but this was a Republican kid who happened to be vegan. And when I say that it was from the Republican perspective, I think what I should have said was Christian perspective. Maybe that would have, that's closer to the truth. I think it was more of a Christian perspective as to why one should be vegan. But it's a really good video. I do think Charlie Kirk was unfair because rather than debate, he did more of just making fun of the movement in general, where I would have been very interested in hearing an actual debate, but still, it was pretty interesting to watch. But yeah, I think that's kind of done. We're kind of done with the topic, unless you guys have more vegan terms you'd like to get into.
I actually don't. I don't have a vegan terms. I think it's good enough for me. Cupcake vegan, you know.
Cupcake vegan.
I
That
thought it
one.
was gonna. I thought it was gonna be something else when you said cupcake vegan.
What did you think?
What do you think? I thought.
Someone who bakes cupcakes?
No, I like a derogatory term for a
Don't say anything.
homosexual
Yeah.
vegan. It's not
Oh, okay.
bad. It's just I just thought it was gonna be that.
I think it kind of maybe it could mean that. Actually, no. Well, yeah. Well, no. I would say it's more beta boy than that.
What's beta boy? I don't know that.
You know how there's this whole, we have Joe Rogan and various other people in the manosphere who they'll call themselves alpha. And if you're not an alpha male, then you're a beta male. Basically, and based on everything I've seen and heard, alpha males are basically just people trying to excuse their toxic masculinity. But of course,
They say soy boy too.
Soy, well, that's pretty accurate. I am a soy boy.
Yeah, they say soy boy too.
Soy boy, beta boy, yeah, all that is what all the alpha male douchebags in the manosphere would say. That being said, hey, Joe Rogan, if you're listening, you're not. But if you are, come on the show. We'd love to have you. Not because we like you. Well, John likes you.
Don't like
because,
you.
Yeah, but because
I
you
think
will
he
give
has
us
good
numbers.
interviews.
We know
He-
it.
No, he doesn't.
He does have good interviews.
I've
You're
watched
really
a couple
liking
of his interviews. He does not confront anyone. Like he's a wuss. Like he tries to present himself as this total like confrontational badass alpha male. But if he has someone like Elon Musk or who did he have recently? The guy who's the guy. Anyway, right-leaning people. They'll talk about conspiracy theories and stuff that are ridiculous. And rather than like say that's not true, or maybe he doesn't push back. He's basically just giving these people a platform to spread their conspiracy theories because he's not saying anything to confront them. It's weak. It's cowardice.
He's an interviewer. He's not supposed to. He just brings them on and he asks them questions.
Okay,
And he
okay,
hears their viewpoints. That's what you do.
okay.
I think so.
Okay.
I think that's the best
Don't like
interviewer.
it, Joe Rogan. I hate it.
I mean, it's the same thing as the late night guest, or the late night.
No,
host.
that's different because late night guests are there to promote. Like the guests are there literally to promote their movie, their book, their TV show. That's a deal that's made. That's why they always get these big name guests, because they are there to promote for Paramount, for Warner Brothers, for whatever. Whereas Joe Rogan, he's there ostensibly to have a conversation with people. But if there's no pushback at all, then you're basically just giving a platform for lies. And yes, I understand what you're saying as far as like, yeah, that's a good interview. But to me, a good interview is someone who, like, let's say Barbara Walters back in the day. If someone said something controversial, she would be like, well, no, blah, 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 blah. Like if you watch a real interview show on CNN, or hell, even Fox News, if you have someone on who's got a deferring viewpoint on any of those shows, the host will try to push back. They'll play devil's advocate. Hell, I did that with my dad when I had my conversation with him, and he was saying that even though you guys know where I stand on this, the whole thing was, I don't believe that confrontational activism works. And my father's like, well, yeah, that's the same thing. That's where I disagree with Vanessa because she's all for it. And I said, okay, well, let me play devil's advocate. If I've been approaching the love-based approach, the compassionate-based approach, the understanding, the patience, and I'm having you try vegan foods, yet you're saying that my way is better, clearly my way isn't working. So I do think you have to play devil's advocate at times in order to bring the conversation into some sort of, not conflict, but just to have a back and forth rather than just giving someone a platform. Like I think we gave Gary Yourofsky a platform because that's kind of the purpose of this podcast. We want to spread the word. So even though I may have given
there were many things that he said that we probably didn't agree on, that we didn't say anything to.
Gary Yourofsky?
Oh yeah.
Oh, of course.
I agree with everything that he said. So.
Well, the one time I gave a little bit of pushback was when I said that I personally don't feel that confrontational confrontational activism works. And then he said his point of view.
You say in a way that you're not really saying I'm against it. You didn't say to Gary the same way you say in the other episodes. You were very
I don't.
mild.
Oh, of
You were very
course.
like,
I didn't
some
want Gary to hate
you,
me.
you
I don't.
actually say like some people say you didn't say
Yeah.
like personally. I do not agree. I don't want people coming screaming in my restaurant. You didn't say nothing that way. You were
Yeah.
very apologetic.
I tiptoed. Like, I mean, not that I'm saying this, but some people. Yeah, that's true. That's totally true.
Sorry, I had to say that because when I
No,
watched
you're
it,
right. You're right.
when I watched it, I laughed so much for myself. Like, oh my god, look at Joy being so caution, like it's so
No,
tiptoe.
you're right.
Cautious.
Tell to Gary that he doesn't agree because Gary can go like a full force.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to get attacked by Gary. I would not have won that.
But I understand you, Joy, and I listen you interviewing your dad, and it's something that is very interesting because everybody that eat meat, except a few people, would hate the approach because it's exactly like Gary said. It's not on me; it's on them. It's the way that they see. And when you show someone that's wrong, disagree, and blah blah blah. And I already say this to in the podcast too. I don't think people should get in places and screaming inside of the restaurants. I don't really think people should get in any place that they are not invited to. But they can be at the door. I think they could. And I think if someone was at the door of a steakhouse showing me a slaughterhouse when I was going to a steakhouse, I would think about it. Might not like it. I would be like exactly your dad, your brother saying about, oh, it's too much, it doesn't work on me. But nothing work on them.
My way isn't working.
You know,
Hey Joey, I don't want to go back and forth on this, but you are talking from two sides of your mouth because what you're saying is you don't agree with confrontational stuff, but Joe Rogan should be more confrontational. You're saying he should hold on. You're saying he should question his guests that he brings on, but you don't like that approach. You don't like that approach at all.
No,
So if
that's
someone says anything that is
confrontational.
you don't want to be confrontational because you think that doesn't work. You think love-based works, regardless if it's vegan or anything. You think confrontational doesn't work.
No, I
But
think
you're saying
confrontation works. It depends on context. It's not an all-encompassing thing. I don't think that confrontation is good for people who, like, you get a family of 4 going into Chick-fil-A and they don't want to be confronted. They're not going in expecting that, whereas someone who goes to an interview, they're expecting to be interviewed. They're expecting something. So I think it's 2 very different things. And furthermore, I do think confrontation is good. I mean, I've gotten into fights as a kid. You have too. Hell, you've gotten into fights as an adult because you're a badass hockey player. But like, I do think confrontation is good when necessary. I'm not afraid to do it when necessary. But when you're talking about activism for people who are walking into a situation where they're not expecting confrontation, when they may not want that in front of their children, that's completely different from someone going into an interview. And let's say they go to Bill Maher's show. They're expecting that. It's a completely different thing.
I think you guys are,
it's a different platform. It's a different platform.
confrontation. It doesn't matter where you are. And the cow doesn't want to be to the slaughterhouse. And if nobody say anything, the cow end up in the slaughterhouse. So I think it doesn't matter where it is. I don't think the most activists do this to go inside the places. Few of them I know they do. They go inside. But if they are outside. If the person doesn't want to see it, just doesn't see it. Close your eyes and go inside the steakhouse and eat your steak and be happy, because everybody that say that confrontation or no confrontation work better doesn't really work because they didn't change anything. They may eat one sausage sometimes that is vegan. I'm open to go to a vegan restaurant, but really work to be nice or work to be confrontational didn't work anything. anything. Doesn't matter what people say. And they will always hate any approach that asks them questions. Even though I sit with my parents to eat or whatever, I always make some jokes. Like, oh my God, poor animal. No, serious that you need to eat another animal today? Because they are my parents. I don't say that with John's parents. But my parents, I always reminded them that they are eating one of the animals that they used to say that they love. So I think if we don't do anything, doesn't matter if in a good way, in a bad way, the way you confront people can be in many ways. But I think we always have to put like a little seed there, good or bad.
I do like the cube of truth. I think that the cube of truth, I mean, I've never participated, but I do like the concept of kind of just being this ominous looking thing where it's a few people holding, I don't know if they're technically TV screens or computer monitors or iPads, whatever, showing footage. I mean, it's a very striking image to see these people in their Guy Fawkes masks. And, you know, I think they do it in Lincoln Road.
Sorry.
What are you doing, John?
I'm just stretching.
Okay. I think you're totally off topic here. So
yes, we've been recording for a long time, and I think it's time to, because we haven't talked about vegan terms in a while. I think the conversation has reached its climax. So should we end it here, or do you guys have any other last minute words?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay.
John?
Guys, follow us, please. Instagram, Spotify, make some comments. You can follow, you can listen to us wherever you find your podcasts.
Yes, and if you're a restaurant owner who sells vegan food, if you're a vegan restaurant owner, advertise with us. Send an email to vegantalkingshit@gmail.com. I know that's not going to happen, but I figured I'd throw that in there.
Well, but serious? Serious?
What? You think it will happen?
Of course. If you say already that's not going to happen, it's not going to happen.
You're right. Okay, I'm not going to edit it out, but I am hereby.
If you're saying that's not going to happen, why you are promoting anything?
Positive reinforcement. It's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you guys that want to advertise with us, and we can do like a really great job on it. I promise you.
Especially if we get a free meal out of it. Okay, we're probably not going to get a free meal, but anyway. All right. For Vegans Talking Shit, I'm Joey.
I'm John.
I'm Vanessa.
And we are out of here.
Bye.